If you've just gotten your new Verizon Fios TV box and you're staring at a bunch of cables wondering where to even begin, don't worry, because by the end of this video you'll have everything set up and working smoothly without needing to call a technician. Setting up your Fios TV box is actually much easier than it looks, and once you understand the basic flow, it becomes almost automatic. So let's walk through this step by step in the simplest and clearest way possible. First, before you even touch the box, make sure you have everything you need right in front of you. Inside the package, you should have your Fios TV box, a remote control, a power adapter, an HDMI cable, and sometimes a coaxial cable depending on your setup. If anything is missing, it's better to sort that out before you begin. Now, take a quick look at the back of your TV and locate the HDMI ports. Most modern TVs have at least 2 or 3 HDMI inputs, usually labeled HDMI 1, HDMI 2, and so on. This is important because that's where your Fios box will connect. Now grab your HDMI cable and plug one end into the HDMI port on your Fios TV box. Then take the other end and plug it into your TV's HDMI port. Make sure it's firmly connected on both ends so you don't run into signal issues later. Once that's done, it's time to power things up. Take the power adapter and connect it to the Fios box, then plug it into a wall outlet or power strip. As soon as you do this, you should see a small light turn on at the front of the box, indicating that it's receiving power. At this point, turn on your TV using your TV remote, not the Fios remote yet. Use the input or source button on your TV remote to switch to the HDMI input where you plugged in the box. For example, if you used HDMI 1, switch your TV to HDMI 1. If everything is connected properly, you should see the Verizon Fios welcome screen appear on your TV. If you don't see anything, double check your HDMI connection and make sure you selected the correct input. Once the welcome screen appears, your Fios TV box will begin the setup process automatically. This usually includes downloading updates and initializing the system, which may take a few minutes. Be patient during this step and avoid unplugging anything, even if it feels like it's taking a while. Interrupting this process can cause setup errors that are harder to fix later. After the box finishes booting up, you'll be prompted to pair your Fios remote. This is a simple step, but very important. Take the remote, insert the batteries if they're not already installed, and follow the on-screen instructions. Typically, this involves holding down specific buttons on the remote until you see a confirmation message on your TV. Once paired, your remote should be able to control both the Fios box and your TV's volume and power. Next comes the network connection. Depending on your setup, your Fios box may connect automatically if it detects your home network. If not, you'll be asked to connect to your Wi-Fi. Use the remote to select your Wi-Fi network from the list and enter your password carefully. A stable internet connection is crucial because it allows your box to access live TV, on-demand content, and updates. If you're using a wired connection, simply plug an Ethernet cable from your router into the Fios box, and it should connect instantly without needing a password. Once your network is connected, the system may guide you through activating your service. This is where your subscription gets linked to your box. In most cases, this happens automatically if your account is already set up, but sometimes you may need to follow on-screen instructions or visit a website to complete activation. Just follow whatever appears on your screen carefully and you'll be good to go. After activation, your Fios TV box will load the main menu or home screen. This is where everything comes together. You'll see options for live TV, on-demand shows, recordings, and apps. Take a moment to explore the interface and get comfortable navigating with your remote. The layout is designed to be user-friendly, so even if it looks new at first, you'll get used to it quickly. Now let's talk about optimizing your setup for the best experience. First, check your picture settings. Press the menu button on your remote and go into the settings section. From there, you can adjust resolution, brightness, and other display options. If your TV supports 4K and your Fios plan includes it, make sure your settings are configured to take advantage of that higher resolution. Another important step is setting up your audio. If you're using external speakers or a soundbar, go into the audio settings and select the correct output option. This ensures you get the best sound quality possible. If you're just using your TV speakers, the default settings should work fine, but it's still worth checking. You should also take a moment to set up parental controls if needed. This is especially useful if you want to restrict certain content or channels. You can find this option in the settings menu, where you can create a PIN and customize what can or cannot be accessed. One feature a lot of people overlook is voice control. If your remote supports it, you can press the voice button and speak commands like Watch ESPN or Open Netflix, and the box will respond instantly. This can save you a lot of time compared to scrolling through menus. Now, if you run into any issues during setup, don't panic. Most problems come down to a few simple things. If there's no signal, double check your HDMI connection and input selection. If the box isn't turning on, make sure the power cable is securely plugged in. If you're having trouble with the internet, restart your router and try reconnecting. These quick fixes solve most common problems. Once everything is set up and working, you're ready to start enjoying your Fios TV experience. Browse through channels, explore on-demand content, and try out different features to get the most out of your subscription. The more you use it, the more comfortable you'll become navigating everything. As you continue using your Fios TV box, you'll start discovering little features that make a big difference in your viewing experience. For example, the guide can be customized to show only your favorite channels, which saves you time scrolling through dozens of options you never watch. You can also set up recordings, so you never miss your favorite shows, even if you're not at home. Once you start using these features regularly, your TV experience becomes a lot more personal and convenient. Another thing worth doing is keeping your system updated. The Verizon Fios box usually updates automatically, but occasionally you might see a prompt asking for confirmation. Always allow updates when they appear, because they often include performance improvements, bug fixes, and sometimes even new features that make navigation smoother and faster. Ignoring updates can lead to slower performance or minor glitches over time, so it's a small step that makes a big difference. Finally, if you ever decide to expand your setup, like adding additional Fios TV boxes to other rooms, the process becomes even easier once you've done it the first time. You'll already understand how the connections work, how the activation process feels, and how to troubleshoot basic issues. So instead of feeling overwhelmed, you'll be confident setting up any additional devices in minutes. And with that, you're not just setting up a TV box, you're building a full home entertainment system that works exactly the way you want it to, and how the connections work, how the activation process feels, and how to troubleshoot basic issues. So instead of feeling overwhelmed, you'll be confident setting up any additional devices in minutes. And with that, you're not just setting up a TV box, you're building a full home entertainment system that works exactly the way you want it to.